Okay, now the story of Red Faction Armageddon, of course, starts on Mars, which is, of course, the main place for the Red Faction video games. And on this one, you are actually in pretty much the cave system of Mars. You're not actually on the surface like you were in Gorilla. And the reason why is because this cult leader that just says, you know what, I don't like the Red Faction, which is pretty much the military group that is trying to defend Mars and make it become a free place for people to live without it being like a not really a slave thing, but like a communist kind of planet, I guess you say. And they're just there to make sure people don't screw our rights. And this cult leader says, you know what, I don't like that. I'm gonna blow this terraform up, which is the thing that makes you that gets you to breathe and shit on Mars. And he blows it up. Darius Mason, who is the grandson of the original Alec Mason from Gorilla, is blamed for it, and he is pretty much shunned. And of course, he is in the cave system. He is sent to do a mission, and guess what? He releases these aliens from this cult leader that they thought that was dead. And guess what? He's blamed for doing that, and now he has to go stop this cult leader and stop these aliens from killing everybody on Mars. And there you go. There's the story of Red Faction Armageddon. I will say it right now. I really enjoyed the story because of the characters. Darius Mason's actually a really cool character. Everybody else is very likable, and I actually like the story itself because it's still kind of original. I mean, Mars, we've been on that place for a little while, but they still do it very good in this because, I mean, come on, it's all underground, really. Well, at least most of the game's all underground, and I really enjoyed it. I really liked the story in this game. So let's go on to the sound. Alright, now the sound for Red Faction is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to say right there. And the main reason why is because of the sound design. If you don't know Red Faction by now, it is all about blowing stuff up. And to support the blowing up, you need some really good sound design, all the clean metal falling to the ground, just the explosions, and it all sounds fantastic. Maybe not as good as Gorilla, because Gorilla, like I said before, was a sandbox game, and there was more explosions and more open environments, so, I don't know, you explode something out of the distance, and you can still hear it. I don't know, there's not much like that in this game, but it still does sound really good. The soundtrack is also really good in the game, and also the voice acting is actually surprisingly fantastic, really. The main character, Darius Mason, he's voiced really well. I don't know who voices him, but he does a great job. Everybody else does a great job too, but overall the sound is fantastic in this game. I really enjoyed it. So let's go on to the graphics. Okay, now the graphics in Red Faction, I will say it right here. Even though they don't look amazing, I will say I really love the graphics in this game because of the destruction in the game. The destruction in the game looks amazing, and even though it is a linear game, it's still, besides Gorilla, which is a sandbox, it still looks amazing just when stuff falls down and you're just immersed into the environment and just blowing big freaking towers up and they're falling down right on top of you. It feels badass. Also, some of the character models look really nice. Some of the environments look good. Mostly when you go up back to the surface of Mars, that's where it really looks good. When you're in the cave systems, it looks kind of drab sometimes. Some of the creature models, like all the aliens, look really, really cool. And I would say the CG cutscenes look really nice also. So there you go. I actually really love the graphics in this game, mostly because of the destruction, but everything else looks good itself. So there you go. There is the graphics. Let's go on to the gameplay. Alright, now the gameplay for Red Faction Armageddon, like I have been saying, it is linear. And if you don't know, Gorilla, the last Red Faction game, was not linear. It was completely sandbox with a huge open Mars environment. And I will say this right now, even though it is not sandbox, I still enjoyed the hell out of it. And it's because of the Geomod. The Geomod, if you don't know, is Geomod 2.0, I'm sorry, is the destruction stuff in the game, really. It's just the destruction engine. Everything that you see exploding is this engine, and it looks amazing. It really does. Some of the stuff just falling down is huge, and it looks awesome. It's just so much fun to play the Ruin mode in this game, or like Wrecking Crew from Gorilla, and just blow stuff up. It is entertaining as hell. But I will say this, the third-person shooting action in the game is also good. Oh, what did you thought I was going to say, oh, it's bad? No, it's actually really good in this game. If you don't remember, I didn't care much for the third-person action, like the shooting in Gorilla, but thank God you had that sledgehammer, because that's really all I used in that game. I just ran up to people and used the sledgehammer, smashed them in the face, and they flew against the freaking wall, and that was awesome. This one, you do have the sledgehammer, but it kind of takes a back seat because you got a whole bunch of different other weapons, like the singularity cannon, which just sucks everything in that's around it and just does a big black hole explosion, and it looks awesome. The magnet gun, which is a lot of people are really liking right now, and I really like it too. You just put one magnet on one piece of environment, and then you put the receiving end on another piece, and that first piece will just fly onto the second piece. You'll probably see some gameplay like that. Of course, you have some mechs, some other vehicles to use, and they're all really, really fun to use. I just really enjoyed the hell out of this game. Oh, also, there's one other thing, the infestation mode, which is kind of like horde mode with all the aliens and stuff. You just blow stuff up, really. And that's also fun. But I'm going to say right here, I really enjoyed Red Faction Armageddon. I know many people haven't been, well, mostly critics. I don't know what the hell's wrong with critics these days, but whatever. Anyway, I really enjoyed Red Faction Armageddon. There you go. There's my review for it. The story's good. The sound is great. The graphics are good. And the gameplay is a hell of a good time. I recommend this at full price. I think it is a great game. There you go. There's my review. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you and goodbye.